Into a Tuesday, June 13th, Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat. Double trouble for Canada's largest and busiest port that not only has a review by the World Bank and S&P Global Market Intelligence placed the Port of Vancouver second last in the world when it comes to efficiency, citing vessel wait times as the main factor, but also around 7,000 port cargo loaders are now ready to walk out with a 99% strike vote. Their dispute currently in a cooling off period until the 21st. It's not quite as good as the old days before COVID hit, but Stats Canada has given the country's tourism sector a reason to feel hopeful. Major airports reporting that the number of non-Canadians visiting us in May was ahead by 52% from a year ago. 370,000 Americans coming to the home and native land last month, while the increase at land borders was even more impressive, showing a 64% increase year over year. Spread the news and tell your friends about the fastest 2 minutes in business. Canada's Business Beat, your daily go-to for the business news that matters to you, with listeners in over 20 countries on Twitter and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. A new analysis of the $500 a week Canada Emergency Response Benefit that the federal government unveiled when the pandemic shut down the economy. A report out from the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives and Future Skills Centre suggesting that nearly 40% of CERB recipients use that money for education to get better jobs. Another big miner leaning green, with Rio Tinto announcing a $1.4 billion investment to expand its aluminum smelter in Saguenay, Quebec, with low-carbon technology. Cleared for takeoff, Pacific Coastal Airlines announcing new flights out of Nanaimo, BC, to Vancouver and Kelowna starting September 12th. And don't be surprised if this warning sparks a buying frenzy at BC liquor stores, a bulletin from the liquor distribution branch that current wildfires across the province have the potential of squeezing retail supply chains. In fact, shortages are already happening in northern BC in the Tumbler Ridge area, along with the west coast of Vancouver Island, including Port Alberni and Tofino. And that will do it for your Tuesday. Thank you for listening. Bob Price on Canada's Business Beat.